All right, guys, welcome back. So today we're going to work on chapter 4. Okay, so the first thing is we're going to talk about demonstrative adjectives. Okay, so you have este, esta, estos, estas. So this means this. So this is masculine, feminine, singular, plural. Then you have ese, esa, esos, esas. And then aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas. Okay, so this means these or this. This means those. This is those. The way. There. Okay, so these are the adjectives that you use to describe where things are located. So if I'm right here and I have a marker in my hand, or I have an eraser in my hand, I would use este borrador, right? Because it's right here. Now, if there was an eraser a little bit further from me, I would use ese borrador because it's masculine and singular. Ese, this one is este. And if I have one the furthest away, an eraser, I would say aquel borrador. So it's all depending on where something is what you would use. So for example, if I have a chair, sorry, my drawing skills aren't great. I have a chair. It's right here near me. I would say esta silla. If I have a chair over here by this other eraser, I would say esa silla. And if I have a chair all the way over here, I would say aquella silla. So it's depending on, because this is me, right? So depending on where something is what adjective I would use. So this chair, that chair, those, that, and those all the way over there, that chair all the way over there. Okay, so then the next section talks about expressing actions. So you have tener means to have, and your conjugations are tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tienen. And as you can see here, this boot tells you that these are the irregular, the way it's conjugated, it's irregular. So first you have the yo form has the G. The tu form changes that E to IE. And then E to IE again, and E to IE again. The only one that doesn't change it is the nosotros. So you have tener. And then there is venir. So vengo, I'm sorry. Vienes. Viene. Venimos. Vienen. And here again, the boot tells you that these are the irregular forms of the verb. There's no trick to these. You just kind of have to remember them. And venir means to come. Okay, and then you have poder, which is puedo, puedes, puede, podemos, puede. Here again, the boot tells you that these are the irregular ones. This is the yo form. This is a tú form. This is él, ella, usted. This is nosotros. And this is ustedes. And poder means to be able to. Okay, then you have preferir, which means to prefer, as it looks like the English counterpart to prefer. And then you have it is prefiero, prefieres, prefiere, preferimos, prefieren. And yet again, the boot tells you that these are the irregulars. And then you have querer, which means to want, which is quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, quieren. And the boot, yet again, tells you that these are irregular verbs. So with the irregular verbs, you just have to remember them and make sure that you practice conjugating them. Okay, so then this next part is expressing actions and states with some idioms. So what is an idiom? An idiom in English could be something like, you let the cat out of the bag. It's a saying. When I tell you that you let the cat out of the bag, I don't mean an actual cat out of an actual bag. I mean, you let out some information. So it's an idiom, like a saying that goes along with the language. So the idioms have tener, remember, which means to have. So one idiom is tener sueño. This means that it literally translates to have sleep. But because it's an idiom, the meaning in the language means to be sleepy. So this is the actual meaning. Because of the idiom, it means to be sleepy. Now, you have tener prisa, which means to be in a hurry. Tener razón, which means to be right. No tener razón, which means to be wrong. And then you have tener miedo de, which means to be afraid. And that de means of. So I can say tengo miedo de las arañas. I'm afraid of spiders, right? So these are the idioms that you can conjugate. You would conjugate the tener, right? You would conjugate the tener to whoever you're talking about and what they have. So if Juan tiene sueño, he is sleepy. Juan is sleepy. So that tiene is what conjugate tener. Now, more idioms is, one of them is tener ganas de. Tener ganas de. This means that you are in the mood to do something. You feel like doing something. Okay, so whenever you use this idiom, you have to use the whole thing. You can't just stop at tener ganas. You have to have that de on there. So I can say, tengo ganas de comer. I'm in the mood to eat. Now, tengo is conjugated, right? So then comer stays in the infinitive form because it does not need to be conjugated because tengo is already conjugated. So make sure that you remember that whenever you are doing your homework and on the final. Another idiom is tener que, which means to have to do something. So this means, yet again, you have to use the whole idiom in order for it to make sense. So, tengo que lavar los platos. I have to wash plates. Have to is the whole idiom. I have to, and then lavar means to wash. And as you can see, it ends in the AR form. It means it's not conjugated, which means that the first verb is already conjugated. Tengo que lavar los platos. Okay, we'll pause right here and then we'll continue on the next video.